The topic of today's sermon is comparison factor. So a little while ago, myself and some of the temple students, we went out for a walk in the park. And a lot of the students had a device called a Fitbit. And in the Fitbit app, there's a challenge where you compete with each other. And so after about a 4-hour hike, everyone looked at their Fitbit and said, wow, this is unfair. Because one lady had 25,000 steps, whereas another lady had 20,000 steps. Another lady had 21,000 steps. And they were complaining that that's not fair. And the reason that they said it was not fair was because one lady had much more steps than the other person. However, it depends what you're using to compare. The reason she had more steps is because she's shorter. So her stride length is different. So if you were to compare total distance, which there's a comparison factor for that too, it's exactly the same. 8 miles is 8 miles. But for one person, it took them 25,000 steps to make 8 miles. For another person, it took 20,000 to make 8 miles. So it's different. But then what if you compared calories? For a man walking 25,000 steps, you burn almost 2,500 calories. Whereas for a woman, you burn 1,200 calories, almost half. So if you were to compare steps, the old short woman wins. If you're to compare calories, the young man wins no matter what. But what if you were to compare health? Who's healthier then? Who needs it more? And if you look at all these different metrics or comparison factors, you see that if you compare in many different ways, many different people win. It just depends on which one are you choosing to pick. If you pick distance, we're all the same. If you pick calories, the men will win. If you pick steps, the short lady will win. However, in the app, it uses steps to compete. So it makes us feel like steps is the most important. And so when you compare with other people in real life, all you see is one thing. They're richer than me. They have a pretty wife. They have a nice car. And you compare one thing. And because of that one thing, you think they're better or you think that you're better. But if you open your mind and look to see how many other factors there are, you will see that we are all the same. We have different things. We have different ideas. But in the end, we're all the same. We're all born, we get older, we get sick, and we die. Some things make us happy, some things make us sad. Some things make us feel both. And in the end, we're no different. Once you understand that we're no different, all comparisons fade away. Because in the grand scheme of things, we're the same. And when you feel the same, that's when you have compassion. That's when you have sympathy. That's when you have empathy and love for your fellow man. And so use your comparisons to allow yourself to see how you are swayed to see one way or the other and learn to become more centered and fair.